The Risk Response or Risk Treatment Framework provides a systematic strategy for organizations to address identified hazards. It assists companies in making informed decisions about how to respond to hazards based on their possible impact and probability. Let's take a closer look at each framework component. Avoid. The avoid technique entails taking steps to reduce or eliminate the danger. This could mean stopping some operations, not pursuing specific projects, or leaving markets where the risks outweigh the possible advantages. When the risk is deemed intolerable and there are feasible alternatives available to meet corporate goals, avoidance is often used. Reduce. The reduce strategy seeks to mitigate risk by putting in place measures that reduce the likelihood or impact of a risk event. This may entail putting in place control mechanisms, enhancing processes, or using new technologies to mitigate the risk's possible consequences. Redundancy systems, safety regulations, training programs, and supplier diversification can all be used to reduce reliance on a single source. Adjust. The adjust technique entails modifying the organization's activities or processes to accommodate the risk without totally removing or minimizing it. This method is frequently utilized when avoiding or reducing the risk is impossible or impractical. Modifying corporate processes, adjusting policies or procedures, or implementing contingency plans can all help to lessen the impact of a risk when it occurs. Share. The share technique entails passing some of the risks to a third party. This can be accomplished through insurance policies, contracts, or partnerships in which risk management is shared. Sharing the risk can help to divide the financial burden or skills required to successfully address the risk. Organizations must evaluate the feasibility and cost-effectiveness of sharing risks with third-party stakeholders. Accept. The accept technique entails recognizing and actively deciding to bear the risk in the absence of specified risk reduction measures. This method is often used when the potential impact of the risk is small or when the cost of mitigating the risk outweighs the projected benefits. Acceptance does not indicate indifference. Rather, it entails monitoring the danger and preparing to respond if the risk materializes. It is essential to note that the best risk response plan will rely on the specific risk, its context, and the organization's risk appetite and tolerance levels. A variety of techniques may also be used to address various hazards within the firm. Organizations should examine and reassess their risk landscape on a regular basis to ensure that the risk response techniques they have chosen are acceptable and successful. Furthermore, the framework should be integrated with the larger enterprise risk management (ERM) processes to create a consistent and unified risk management approach.